to hear from your caucus. We're not ready to have a vote yet. Why not call the administration's bluff and say...
Why? Because we're not here to call bluffs. We're here to find the truth, to uphold the Constitution of the United States. This is not a game for us. This is deadly serious.
Ooh. But apparently not serious enough for Nancy Pelosi to actually bring it to a formal impeachment vote. Not to the House floor. Not happening. The House Speaker telling reporters today that Democrats would continue these, well, we're saying, sham impeachment probes against President Trump. But House Republicans are readying plans to fight back. Joining me now, Congressman Steve Scalise, House Minority Whip, Congressman Devin Nunes, Ranking Member of the Intel Committee, and Congressman Lee Zeldin of the Foreign Affairs Committee. All of you, great to see you tonight. Let's start with you, Congressman Nunes. What does Pelosi's refusal to hold this vote tell us tonight about the state of things?
There's clearly some differences in her caucus, but she still has the problem that she cannot hold on to power unless she impeaches. And so I think what they're trying to do is just short-circuit the process. Okay, so I don't think they're going to end up having this formal process, and they may just submit a report and then just go straight to a vote on impeachment, because it's all about her holding power.
Congressman Zeldin, there's now some thought that maybe they're seeing this isn't the big silver bullet that they thought it was against President Trump. I mean, a certain poll notwithstanding, doesn't seem like the needle has moved, as Kim Strassel just said, on this impeachment thing. And I think what you saw tonight with that Democrat debate, oh, my God. I mean, this is a war on capitalism, the free market, religious liberty, and apparently general principles of due process. This is a sham behind closed doors, and it's becoming more and more obvious. I think they're freaking out about this. I don't think they're cool as cucumbers at all.
They're wrong on the process. They're wrong on the substance. A lot of the people who are pushing this, they wanted the president impeached when his hand was on the Bible, getting sworn into office. On the process, there should be a vote. The minority party should have subpoena power. The president should have counsel present at the hearing, should be able to cross-examine witnesses, to be able to present evidence and precedent. House Republicans, when they were impeaching Bill Clinton in the 90s, provided all of these rights, and there was a vote. Same thing with the Nixon impeachment. And by the way, we're the ones calling for total transparency. We want total all sunlight, as much that can be possible. We think that the American public should be able to watch this live because of the importance of it. On the substance, Ambassador Volker, which was the first deposition, it's the transcribed interview, it's the only one that we're allowed to talk about. Ambassador Volker blew up with this quid pro quo charge. It's a fairy tale in Adam Schiff's making.
But there have been other people testifying since, and the Democrats seem to be banking a little bit on that.
I'm telling you, I've been in all of the depositions, the entirety. And I can't talk about the depositions that have happened after.
Someone's talking. This stuff's all coming out.
There are strict rules on depositions. That's why the Republicans haven't been the sources of any of those leaks. I will tell you what I knew going into it and what I saw during Ambassador Volker's testimony. Zelensky, who did a July 25th call, he had no idea there was a hold-on aid. The readout of the call, nothing about quid pro quo or a hold-on aid.
Oh, there's nothing about the aid isn't even connected to what he's saying. He's talking about the missiles that were part of the military package that he wanted more of. But they paid for this. This wasn't being given to the Ukraine.
100%
they were buying these.
No quid pro quo. It's been.
All right, I got to get here to Congressman Scalise, because Schiff tonight is standing by the entire process. It's above board. It's what the American people need. Watch.
Republicans are completely represented. All of the members of these three committees have been invited to attend and participate and ask questions, notwithstanding, I think, some of the representations to the contrary. There is full participation by the GOP in each one of these interviews and depositions, and there will be in the open hearings.
How many witnesses have you all been able to call?
Well, Laura, you know who's not invited to these meetings by Schiff? The American people. He is trying to hide from the American people what's really going on behind these closed doors. And think about it. They're trying to remove a president of the United States. Yeah. Donald Trump was duly elected in 2016. They don't agree with the election. They're trying to overturn the election. We've got an election again next year, but Adam Schiff and Nancy Pelosi are single-handedly trying to take that ability away from the American people. It all ought to be in public. What is Adam Schiff trying to hide? Why is he trying to have this sham witch hunt type meandering around? They thought the Mueller investigation was going to be their silver bullet. They thought the whistleblower was going to be the silver bullet. Now they don't even want the whistleblower anywhere around the Capitol.
Is going to be their silver bullet, perhaps. Now it's you notice how this stuff comes out. Well, Bolton says that Rudy is this and that. I mean, he's running renegade and he's wrecking everything. I mean, but it's all these tactical little leaks. And what are you guys to do except, oh, everyone leaks and we complain about the process? So how do you guys defeat this?
I think what they're doing is it's the same thing why your viewers are so frustrated right now as they watch this, because it's like every day is Groundhog Day. A new leak, a new narrative, a new story. But what's ultimately going to happen to them is their stories aren't adding up, right? So we can't talk about everything that went on in these depositions, but I can tell you their star witnesses, the testimony conflicts just within their star witnesses. Now you see that they don't want to bring the whistleblower, okay? The whistleblower is not going to come forward.
A secure location.
They're not going to bring the whistleblower at all because it's going to be
Ford can testify.
It's going to be deadly for this whistleblower.
They're keeping the whistleblower wherever they're keeping Jerry Nadler. They're trying to keep him away from
let's save all that stuff.
Every impeachment hearing goes through the Judiciary Committee. You can't find Jerry Nadler because Pelosi is trying to hide him from this whole thing.
Jerry Nadler is in the witness protection program somewhere.
But here's what I'll say. And again, it kind of dovetails into what we were saying about Hunter Biden. They're turning the Hunter Biden saga, where he gets all this money with no expertise in Ukraine, into, well, what about the Trump kids? Okay, so they're trying to switch that. It's lame, doesn't work. But they're trying to do that same thing, Congressman Zeldin, with you're all complaining about this transparency thing, saying, well, you're all just stonewalling. This is the new narrative of the day. Republican Stonewall, hashtag Stonewall. That's what they're saying. And you guys are afraid of actually seeing this vote come to fruition because in the end, they say Donald Trump's going to be impeached. So you're all trying to throw up some pixie dust in the air, but the facts are the facts. That's their argument.
I mean, this whole thing, Adam Schiff, you know about the cherry-picked leaks. He's also withholding key facts, and he outright lies. I mean, this entire thing started with, actually, Adam Schiff and his team were in contact with the whistleblower before there was a whistleblower complaint, before he had a whistleblower attorney. He goes on national television. He says, well, we haven't been in touch with a whistleblower, but we'd like to be. That was a lie. When he said President Trump called on President Zelensky to, quote, manufacture dirt on the Bidens, that was a lie. When he stood before the House Intelligence Committee, the acting director of national intelligence, and gave an opening statement, it's a precious look on Devin Nunes' face. Like, is he really saying this?
Yeah, it's their ends justify. It's ends justify. That means we get the censure tomorrow. Are you going to go through that on Adam Schiff? Which one are you doing?
Yeah, we ought to bring that up. This is Andy Biggs's censure resolution. I'm a co-sponsor. I think my colleagues here.
What does that get you? For people who don't understand this, what does a censure
You need to get more Democrats on record.
Yeah.
Because, look, they're trying to play both sides of this impeachment thing. Back home, they're going, oh, you know, we're not really for impeachment. And up here, they're pushing for impeachment. And that's why Pelosi refuses to have a vote on the House floor. All 3 times that there have been impeachment inquiries before, they went to a vote on the House floor first.
They don't care about that. They don't care about precedent. It's about getting Trump. Congressman Nunes, we're out of time. But as far as I see it, AOC is really as close to a thought leader in today's Democrat Party. What she thinks now will be their position. Maybe not today, but maybe 2 weeks or a month or 2 months or 3 months. Is that accurate?
Well, I think it's not only accurate, but you saw it tonight on the stage on the Democratic debate. I mean, you had, as you said, you have these people, they're totally against capitalism. They're going to take out all businesses. And that's really what AOC, her Green New Deal, that's what it was all about. Don't forget, Bernie Sanders and others were co-sponsors of the Green New Deal.
Yeah, so this is the direction we're going in, but that's a thought leader. So I'm just glad, again, Trump is taking the masks off a lot of people, and a lot of people are being revealed. I think that's healthy. We know where everybody stands. Good.
They're ripping the country in half. They are willing to do it to appease a radical.
Sunshine is the best disinfectant.
It's about winning at all costs. That's what this is all about.
Great news. The president cut a new deal today with China.
I know. We saw it.
Let's celebrate victories.
We're getting into that later this week. Congressman, thank you so much. Great to see you.